In this video, I'm going to show you how to build your game for DOS with a title screen. There's some functionality that hasn't been integrated into Lantern, so we'll need a little external tool for that. And these instructions are likely to change, but this isn't too hard. What I really need to do here is add it. I need to take all this title screen stuff and I need to move it to its own tab because this is getting kind of crazy over here. Now to build for DOS, there is no like DOS specific version. There's like a virtual machine version that Lantern can write out, and there's happens to be a player or an interpreter that will run your game for DOS. So if I go to the export menu and I select the LVM Lantern Virtual Machine binary for DOS, Linux, Windows, whatever, okay, then I'm gonna select this. It's gonna take a bit, but it's gonna write out that game file to a folder. And so let's let it finish, and then we'll go grab it. Okay, so it got written out to the project name underscore LVM underscore Lantern Virtual Machine. So let's go find that file. Oh my God, I got a lot of games. Heinlein Station 4A Lantern Virtual Machine. So here's your data file. This is the game file right here. It's called Heinlein. So whatever you specified, like right here as your output file name, that's what it got written out as. So let's take this, and what I'm going to do is move this into a folder that I've got mounted on, where DOSBox can see it, because I'll run this in DOSBox so we can see that it works. So right now I'm playing around in this directory called CGA test. This I can get to, I have mapped to a DOSBox drive letter. And I've made a folder here with the name of the game. So make a folder with the name of your game, and then go in there, and then let's paste in the data file. So this is the data file for this game. This is not a runnable file. This is the data file for the game. To actually run this on DOS, we need the Lantern Virtual Machine player, which is, if you go into, if you go into your Lantern folder, you should see there's a folder called players. There we go. So let's go in there, and there's one for DOS, and we're going to grab this. We're going to grab LVM, Lantern Virtual Machine. We're going to copy that, and we're going to move that into the folder with our game. So now, actually, in DOSBox, I should be able to go into that folder, and I should be able to type LVM Heinlein, and it runs the game. Cool. All right, neat. All right. So, but there's no title screen, and maybe you want a title screen. So let's look at how to make a title screen. So to make a title screen, there's a utility program in the Lantern folder. Let's go find that. I got so much stuff. Lantern. Okay. If we go into our Lantern folder, there is a program called BMP to CGA, bitmap to CGA. So it'll take a bitmap file and it'll convert it to CGA graphics. So CGA, color graphics adapter, is IBM's, that was the first sort of video card that was supported by DOS, and so that's what I've got on the machine in my classroom. So that's what we're going to do. So let's launch this BMP to CGA program, which is in your Lantern folder. And it asks you to pick a 320 by 200 image. So I've made a 320 by 200 image. There it is. I'm going to import that. And this tool will do a very bad job of converting it to black and white, or the horrible CGA color palette. Maybe I like that. Maybe I like that one right there. All right. So, and now what I'm going to do is say save as, and this is going to save this title screen out as a it's a .cga file. It's just a format I made up. It's just the because of the way the file has got to be, the lines in the file are organized. That's how it is. So CGA mode graphics, it's the you need the even lines, 100 even lines followed by the 100 odd lines. So it's like lines 0, 2, 4, 8, or 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, right? And then lines 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, right? So it's the lines in the file are out of order. So let me call this like heinlein.cga and save it in here. Let's make sure that it's heinlein.cga. I'm going to say save. Okay. File saved. Let's go look in that folder. So if we go back to that folder, we should now have Heinlein. That's a data file. We have heinlein.cga. That's our title screen. We have a virtual machine file, and now we're missing just two more things. We need we need a little program to play the to actually launch our title screen. So where did I put that? Let's go find that. Okay, so that is in your Lantern folder, this thing that we need now. Let's go into under Lantern, let's go into DOS, and we want to grab these two files, this run.bat and title.exe. And we're going to copy those over to our build folder, and we're going to paste that in there. So what we've got here is this is our game's data. This is our title screen. This is the virtual machine that runs the game. This is title is a program to display the title screen and to display our CGA file, and run is a batch file that is going to run all this stuff. So let's edit this with Notepad with ++ here, or some text editor. And I'm going to say title Heinlein. I'm going to change the name of this stuff. So launch your title screen. That's going to display the title, then wait. And then we're going to run our game. So change the name of that. There we go. Okay, so when I run, and this is the run.bat file. Okay, so maybe I want to go rename this now. Let me close it. And maybe I want to rename it, change it from run. If I just change it to Heinlein, is it going to... Okay, so now we have a Heinlein.bat, Heinlein, our data file, and then our LVM. So we have everything in here now. So let's go to DOSBox. I'm going to open up DOSBox. And so this is the CGA test folder, and then under there I have a directory called Heinlein. That's the folder you're seeing here. Let's go in there, cd Heinlein. Okay, dir. All right, so there's all our stuff. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to refresh DOSBox here, because when you move, it's like when you start up DOSBox, it kind of caches what files are there. And if you drop, I've noticed if you drop in files later, it doesn't actually see them. Let's start up DOSBox again. I'm going to go to that folder, dir. Okay, so I should see all that stuff there. So now I can just run my game. I can say LVM Heinlein, and that'll work, and it starts right up, but there's no title screen. Yeah, so let's start up that bat file, dir. Okay, so let's run, and you can try to run title by itself. It says, you need a file, title Heinlein.cga. Boom. Okay, so there's our title screen. Oh, that looks horrible. All right, maybe I should have gone with the black and white version. But and then to actually run the whole thing, we're going to run Heinlein. So if I just type Heinlein, it's going to run that bat file. And it's going to wait for our us to press a key, and then it loads the game. So that's what you need if you want to run in DOS. You need your game's data file. You need a Lantern virtual machine, and that's the bare minimum. And then if you want to have a title screen, you need the title application, title.exe. You need a CGA file that you can make using that CGA to BMP executable that's in Lantern. And then you want a bat file that that says launch the title program to display this picture, and then start up Lantern virtual machine and run this game. And that will get you a game with a title screen. So now if you have a lot of games, it's kind of up to you whether you want to have, you can put all your games in one folder and just have one version of Lantern Virtual Machine. Well, I guess where I'm going with this is you probably don't want to have a copy of the Lantern Virtual Machine for every game. You probably want one somewhere, and maybe you put it in the folder with all your games or whatever. But there you go. There's how to make a title screen. You just need you need the batch file to run everything. You need title, you need a CGA file, you need the Lantern Virtual Machine, and you need your game's data file. So there it is. And then you can run in DOS and, and enjoy DOS's awesome CGA color palette.